Hello, I'm Feng Feng. I'm going to fly to Urumqi, the capital city of Xinjiang Uygur Autonomous Region. I was born in Changji, some 20 kilometers away from the city, but I left for Beijing to work and study when I was 18 years old. But most of my families are still living here, so I come back several times every year. I'm going to board. See you then. Finally finished today's work. Now I want to share with you some of my own life experience in Xinjiang. For years and even after I went to Beijing, I thought I was the unprivileged in Xinjiang. Born and growing up here, I did feel a sense of unfairness between Han people and the ethnic minorities here. For example, many of my classmates from the ethnic minority groups have at least one sibling, but most of Hans didn't. Although the one-child policy prevailed at that time, ethnic minorities were exempted from the restrictions. I was also very envious of the extra points ethnic minority students could get during the college entrance exam because of their ethnic status. I had complained to my parents, why am I not a Uyghur or a Kazak? So some cognitive dissonance really struck me hard when I heard some Western reports on my hometown, like the Han people are oppressors and the Uyghurs are sufferers. I knew something might go wrong. When the West talks about my hometown, they usually talk about human rights, a term I rarely heard in Xinjiang when I was young. Once I come back, I would talk to my families or our acquaintances about what their life really is now. I met Hujabadullah Ismail. He's 40 years old and he's a farmer in Houghton area. He's quite busy. When the farming season is over, he will go to the neighboring towns to do some seasonal jobs there. Otherwise, he can't feed the family of 5 people. I asked him when he decided to retire. He said, the day he can't walk. So for him, I think the human right is the right to live a decent life through hard work. And there is another woman, her name is Razia Carter, and she's a 30-something from Kashgar. I met her in Korla, a city 12 hours by train from Kashgar. After graduating from a sports school, she was sitting idle, hanging out with friends every day, which made her mom fret about her future. After her mother's persuasion and encouraged by the local community to seek more opportunities outside, she decided to work in Korla, a relatively developed city in south part of Xinjiang. Before she landed a job, she spent 3 months getting training in technical procedures and the Mandarin. Now she has stable income and fluent in the national language. So for her, more opportunities for self-improvement is the human right. When talking about Mandarin, many Western reports describe it as a form of genocide. I'm not going to further explain it today, but I would like to share with you a YouTuber Cyrus Jensen's story here, which might be inspiring to you.
In America, 99.9% of the words are the same, and if you speak American English, you will have no problem traveling throughout America. However, this is unfortunately how many people look at China. Many people just say, wow, China is a big country, and in China, the Chinese people speak Chinese. But it's not actually that simple, because today, in China right now, there are over 300 different dialects and variations of the Chinese language that are alive and thriving within China today.
People may wonder why these people like Carter can't work where they live. Look at the map of Xinjiang. I took this video on a plane in the morning, which is quite clear to show the geography in the region. This is the Taklamakan Desert, the second largest shifting sand in the world. A large proportion of people living here. The severe desertification has made it hard to live off the land. But with the vocational and language skills, people have more options, have more diversified options in addition to farming. Children do not have to be farmers if they don't want to. Today, more animal farmers are working in the factories, and Xinjiang is getting industrialized. Then in January, the US banned the cotton and tomato products from Xinjiang, which are two of its pillar industries. Xinjiang cotton accounted for over 90% of China's cotton production in 2020. For people from Xinjiang, like me, I'm very proud of the quality of Xinjiang cotton whenever asked by people outside of the region. The US cotton ban doesn't promote human rights here, I think. And it is hurting the people by squeezing out opportunities and making the job market harsher. The end result will not be happiness, but the pain. The concept of the forced labor is a perplexing message for many Xinjiang locals. I tried to translate it into Chinese and asked my parents if they have ever heard of the 强制劳动. They said never, and they asked me what that is. My parents are typical Chinese parents who just want their kids to have a good job and a good life. They think like a good job equals to good life. So forcing their children to work instead of letting them goofing around is the original thing that my parents would never agree to consider. I see a Chinese parent's mindset in the government too. The region has put in a lot of efforts to attracting companies to invest in the region and create more jobs. There is a research on the cotton industry. Like many companies, they were actually hesitant about coming to Xinjiang due to the low efficiency of the unskilled workers, the high cost of training, and the high turnover rate. Still, they came due to the government's incentives, including subsidies. So my question for you is, who can really help Xinjiang move forward? Thank you for watching. If you have more questions about Xinjiang, I would like to share with you anytime.